Hello and welcome to the Presero training series. In this lesson, we will be covering how to set up shopping cart within your site. We will begin by logging into the Presero account with the information that has been assigned to you. There are several sections of information we need to gather so your site can behave the way you like. To access your cart settings, we are going to go into the sites, open the site you are working with, and click on the settings. In the general tab, if we scroll down, we will see shopping cart. Here you will make decisions on how you want your B2B or B2C sites shopping carts to work. Since informational sites do not have e-commerce, this section does not apply to that site type. For tax ID, this field allows you to provide a default tax ID for your site. If you enter a tax ID here, then your customers will not be prompted to enter one when ordering. With Capture Tax ID, if checked, the user must provide their own tax ID in their profile unless there is a tax ID entered in the tax ID field above. If your customers signed up before you added this requirement to your site, the customer will be prompted in the store to update their user profile with their tax ID unless you have entered a default one in the tax ID field. Prompt for tax ID. Enter text to prompt your user for entry of the tax ID on your site. And with tax ID mask, enter the mask format if you want the user to enter the tax ID in a particular format. Use A for alphanumeric and hash for numbers. For example, or and also address book mode. This option is for B2B sites only. Address book means that each user on the site will maintain an address book of shipping and billing addresses. Location mode means that users will not have individual addresses but instead will use a common list of locations for the organization. Both allows both locations and address books to function. Please note that shared user accounts may see addresses added to the locations area of admin when they are in the store, but they cannot add or edit addresses in an address book. Display shipping address location list. This option is also for B2B sites only. When checked, your customer will be able to select a shipping location from a list available to the users. If unchecked, the item will be shipped to the user's default location. User must select shipping address. If checked, the ship to drop down that appears on the product page and the shopping cart will display select one instead of defaulting to the user's default location. This setting will apply regardless of the address book mode for B2B sites. It will only display if there is more than one available choice for shipping address. Allow items to ship to separate addresses. This item is active by default. Uncheck this item if you do not want your customers to be able to ship items added to their shopping cart to more than one address. Please also note, if you do not want your customers to ship to multiple addresses and your site is a B2B site, you should also uncheck the option above to display shipping address location list. Primary location. This option is for B2B sites only. It uses an address in the locations and departments controls as the primary bill to location for all orders. If the site has one location, this will be used for all orders. If the site's address book mode is set to address or both, the user's bill to location will be their primary address as set in their address book. Ship from location. This field designates the primary print facility the site is associated with. The facility here will be listed in the admin order area. After add to cart, redirect to. You can determine where a customer is directed after adding a product to the shopping cart. Options include shopping cart, redirects back to the shopping cart page. This page will be the default action. Product detail page, category page, site home page, root category page. Thank you for watching this video tutorial.